So right here we are seated for 𝗩𝗵𝗃𝗀, and today is Friday. We all know that on Fridays it's all about family and the kind of relationship we have. So it is a family and then the relationship Friday where we get to discuss a lot of things concerning ourselves. And today's topic is on the Christian and the Vows Day celebration. So as a Christian, are we supposed to celebrate Vows Day? What are we supposed to do even as a person? If it is Vows Day today and it is time for church, would you prefer to go into church, or you prefer to go out and celebrate your own Valentine's Day? But I have been joined by the very Reverend Dr. John 𝗩𝗵𝗿𝗀, who is the Director for Religious Affairs for the Methodist Church Ghana, and Asafomaame Juliana Akushie, who is a licensed family life counselor and grief therapist. If you are maybe near a friend grief therapist, no near because I have been reading about this and I can't seem to find the pivotal point for this. But hello, good morning, sir. Doc, good morning. Doc, please unmute your mic for us so that we can get to speak to you. Hello, Doc. Okay, answer na Doc Bebasono. Asafomaame, good morning.
Good morning.
And I say what be kind of
Oh,
you are done. Ke awie ake Christophonio ke agbene Valentine's Day. Ke feel problem feel. But Doc Baiko. Hello, Doc. Good morning.
Good morning, nah.
Doc, what are you saying?
Rather, do me here now, home say.
Yamina domo. Na Doc, that's it. But you can't Valentine's Day and you can't Christonia. What is the relationship between the Christian and then the Valentine's Day? Is there any religious link between the two?
I think there is a religious link.
Okay.
Because the day from legend is named after some say a priest, others say that the person was a bishop. And so there is some form of link, but it's not necessarily a Christian, one of the major Christian festivals.
Now, I don't know. I had to say a Christopher, you can't Valentine's Day, and I'm sure that people have gotten into town to get a gift or two for their loved ones and all. Is it that we don't really understand it? And I say because the trend is ongoing, into Christopher, yes, we're the
Me jezinye de za yame edwa ozudohen. Na yerka Christian abrabwa za odi akotin wo Christian yin abrabo mun oni odo na the Valentine Day so oye de bia nkofo woka odo ho asem oninti onyam fomodo de Christian for wobaka de worizi Valentine na watre odo onyam fomodo kra oya ada me de Christian for na no kwasam yi abakwasam po shrede oye bishop bi na oma we institute them Valentine Day na ewo Roman affection or normal would try the fashion. No, was the Valentine Day, no, what's the best. So actually, it was instituted by a bishop at the end of the 5th century. And see, even though it is not one of the major Christian festivals, Christians take it that yes, it's part of our celebrations, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Now, so it's an Aukala we are semi. What will be your definition for Valentine's Day?
Then Bramakan or ye a da yazitre or do tre, you know, or do our for Sherman, our for Sherman back, better our for in Yanum Adolfina. Na on them there. Ihana nkasa hena adwen Zayankopon ordinance the oil done. Ya sending into norma a dibiara yankopon na oyin. Ya na bon some super there or send into a quan bidon upon some ordin dama for apple boom into Yarkon the one summer baby when I journey there on either benin or bar or compim. That be any them not surprise. Into no kwasami Valentine ankasa ojinoko ma bra ye kire odo ye de ma ye no hwe nti onyam fomodo na Christian foso ye tse odo asi sande yankopon di kan do
so for ye da se pa but ye besa ba won chen biom Asafomaame ke wo wie ne ke Valentine's Day ne be pie ba like wo societies nje Methodist so mo no yo me ame bo modern ake ameke nuchumo ku me ba gbe ogbe no bona afi ni ke oye heku ya bu na kan bi le ukaya keke obaji so mo chwemi. It is a way of coming together no won wa soli alo wa meet wa share love like exchange of gifts ke na kan bi ne fair ya no but wo here pa no ake Christopher ji wo no hanu wo ke Valentine's Day eba fata wo ye bo gbe fan gbe miniji Valentine's Day shishinu mo no ba nyoke ha wo
yo no radon menga mo fe mo ni ko na bo otwe don ma ke jito safo do pa bone ke lele Valentine bonu wo le ji akesi ake o sofoko ni bene iyo amema na Emperor Claudius II ike aka marry oblahia bi aka marry but I feel I'm serve ma as military people so he outlawed the law for marriage for younger people.
Okay.
But it was realized that this Valentine, he was secretly marrying young people.
Okay.
But when he was arrested, he was put into jail. Okay. While in the jail, jailer maybe fell sick and he happened to heal her. No, but while he was in jail, he was waiting for his execution. Okay. No, the night before now by execution, he wrote a letter to the jailer, they care from your Valentine. No, a honey symbolizes like a lava, a lava parts. No, okay. Subsequently, I call like a Valentine Day. Valentine Day. That is the first legend. The second, you don't know stuff for you. I can see Roman B. I've been checking here. Can we see? Well, whatever it is, now we have accepted it as a day for celebration. Like we said, if we are celebrating Valentine Day, since it is meant for love. But what does love mean to you? It's a personal thing. It's an individual thing. Because feel like I say by showing love, about gifts. Because feel like by showing love, about attention. Because feel like by showing love, about provide service. No, it's the way you show it that will let you be a Christian or a non-Christian. Because non-Christians are also using this occasion to commercialize activities. Be an a better woman. She first said, red. They are using the occasion to also amass wealth and sometimes even to exploit the people. No, that is why if you like you said about the church, you said no, because at the time there's a wrong perception about love, especially with the young ones and the single ones. If you are my Valentine, this Valentine Day, can I be, no, it puts a lot of stress in relationship. It is hard. Sorry, she said, let's move our people away from
the outside
so that they come here and we explain things to them. Luckily, the state has made it a chocolate day. No, most churches, most societies say that day I meet up, but I can share chocolate with loved ones and with family members and with the church members to signify I can see amen, because remember the Valentine's Day was celebrated with cars, candies and chocolates. No be any one walk called no bow na one after the church will be I make ya mommy ni what is there in the mommy what pull up back to us. No, last year the case was some opinion society about our talk on what relationship means. Previous years, learning you talk about singleness and how to keep yourself chaste in your single state. Because if you are not chaste, you remain single forever. If you mess your miss, you may miss your missus. No, of your sure I can say. If you mess your miss, you may miss your missus. So don't mess your miss. Stay in tune, stay in line. Do let me, but I feel you are believe back we have no na. O Mrs. Senokala.
Why be a baby, sir, very reverend. Say this Valentine a woyen calendar mo as Methodist, but Usha a woman.
No.
So your reason for or the reason for putting it back, I say any calendar mo, but yen person ko for bekwa bontin intina ye twi maba inside. Now you can't.
That is ka o aka fe doko no way here. You will find another thing to do. No, I know they have here, but it is worse than what you were protecting. No, what creates the average drug. I'm back so much trainer. I'm a share together. Whatever. No, me what him I mean.
Reverend, good. If I know your line, no, oh, a humanist one. May I show you now? Coming Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, a Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
As Methodist, send I be con. Cause you see my inquiry thing, and as I did, no so yeah, sorry, D. You be any day.
Yeah. Oh, it shouldn't be a problem at all. In there, oh yeah, how biara. Me just there say you're tre or da. Wo eradifi na yebotum ya tre or dono kese.
Okay.
Na nyankopon no udikan do hen. Nti ya be eradifi ya betro dan. Ash Wednesday so oyada yezre share adeduanan yeze enwefun yeze toko. Yezre shase. Na dembren yaka embrehwadza all the yinya na nonga ka ona dam zamani na efia in fact yaka zakura obo Christian abrobo ni na toa oni odo inti Ash Wednesday na Valentine Day obum ya dakro no onyi de oye obia odzema hen ya be srede nkofo ba asor na woba ma all the ye thread do ye dzema hen ho ya be ye na afi so ye siesie ye ho de ye yen ye fun ye zero to ho na ye ga twene urade nyim feed am pray ikesi Easter break.
So sorry, Ash Wednesday na Valentine's Day. You benya your chocolates na, because usually most of the societies turn out to share bits and pieces of chocolates. And you can see na ubenya medium size, and also ubenya kitwano. It is a way of showing love. I mean, it starts from the church. As Christians, we need to do it. You benya sa chocolates in bidia, so that pushy and kwabonting.
No.
Okay.
All that taught me.
Okay.
Expressing love to one another. We need to do it. Inti yabesha asombi na nkran the wombra Ash Wednesday. Na asora wobotum na wa ma chocolate no. But mama onkado ya Ash Wednesday nti ye ma chocolate no. Onya asori nyina na wobotum. Anu na wobotum. Ankrankor yebotum ya cheche yen ho ade ya cheche yen ho chocolate. Majid day yen kande Ash Wednesday yeah the man not today ya fu onyam fu right.
You bet me I shall read this one sorry.
There shouldn't be any problem.
Okay. You so
yes share it shouldn't be a problem at all.
You yeah that's it.
It's around your heart, not your garments.
Okay.
So whether you wear red or you wear white, you are celebrating Valentine and you are celebrating the Ash Wednesday. That marks the beginning of Lent. So it doesn't matter what you wear.
Interesting. Now, as Christians, you realize, say, you call Sunday school from your 𝗩𝗶𝗶, yet still, when it is time for Val's Day, you see, definitely you see some Christians outside. How did we get here with the commemoration, with the celebration, with everything that is associated with it? How did we get to this point? It was a 𝗩𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗀, you freeze it to extent, then we have to come back home and begin life again.
Once again, it is an individual thing.
Okay.
What you mean by love is not what I mean by love.
Okay.
So it is a wrong meaning of love, and especially wrong expression of love. This thing has been commercialized, social media, and this. It used to be nobody even knows about Valentine's Day. When we were in secondary school, we didn't know. Now every kindergarten child even knows because of the popularity. That's why we have gone there. But like you are saying, we still keep on teaching.
Are we making it too popular?
Not the Christians. We are not making it too popular.
Okay.
The world is making it
too
popular and bringing our children into it, so that now, when I was in active counseling session, every Valentine Day, I get about 3 relationship issues. And
every Valentine's Day?
After every Valentine Day.
After?
He didn't give me this, he promised me this, and I called him, I didn't hear all sorts of things because of the wrong meaning and the wrong perception and the wrong expectations we have about.
Are these people married people?
Oh, they were courting, and you know the way we do our courting
in Africa,
in Ghana. So it is the wrong thing, the wrong meaning, and the wrong expectations that has brought us this far. But like I said, we are Christians. We are still teaching, so that we could on growing into maturity, as our theme says.
Sofo.
Hello.
Yes. Ceciano, we have been able to distinguish the fact that we are Christians, and yes, we can celebrate Valentine's Day in that regard. But yes, celebrity, how do we do that in a Christian way? If we are not able to give out chocolate, as you said, it is about sharing. But if we are society, chocolate in mouth, what should we do? The societies that may or have not started that, what do they do to the congregants on Beba? Should there be a talk? Should there be some sort of someone coming in to say something to them? Should we get into details the fact that Valentine ASC and a Christian perspective into ASC?
Oh yeah, can in the information be pre it will be as now or there in so Christian for yet to there information now of was to women. Yerisha there, the more information, the man summoner of photo to Bogum. On Yamina some on in a sa, and now in Yamina some on in a good brand. In see, or there, put the cannon, I saw worker there, Ebenard's names ye. Ye will be as a tray or friend teachable moments. In Bibia to a tray at the pochi. Me just the Valentine Day on my hand, the member now. Ye betum ya tre nyame do nase mboti. Inti ya beshin kran there as rasor asofo asonum pinfo. What be en shishe asor biana nen shishe. Ibu ha wa yen shishe. But the man Brenton and Kitesia ibi asor ni nyina wushia. Na wafa bibi a wo tre. On my hand, we have this teachable moment, a time that we can take advantage of and teach people regarding love and what God's understanding of love is. Beyond the giving of gifts, Martin there, and Shishaya yet Bugwa Pinma, Yabe and Chechaya, Yapa. Osande, in them bre, Awu and Tra. Wobafa yimiti bi free a man symbol baby. Now wa shasi was the yimiti no was abo on the bra. Now on you want record how into a sor over there yinyam bear yen church. Yes, she should be. Na a sorry biano on Nankasing ma waya obopwa number yin 200 mon. Then she should be yes by church. I saw him.
So for yeah, that's it. Let's step back a bit. So for time we a young person and I mean growing up, was Valentine's Day celebration like this? Even
non-democrat.
Okay, let's say
I don't remember celebrating Valentine as a youth.
Okay. But Ceciano. Okay, Koso.
But
Maybe say your time was a celebration like this, and at this time, no, I say craze kakrabim. What changed? How did we get here today? Like where we are today, Wednesday. Wednesday. If God should bring us to Wednesday today, and I only am because Wednesday. Who say Niama be brave because how did we get here?
Okay. Number one, me a Brentson na mankade yes Valentine Day me.
Okay.
Number two, never American information. Also, all kinds of information, the right information and the wrong information. And then, like we're saying on social media, you can find all kinds of things. Again, commercialization. And in fact, I think it's commercialization that has actually hyped the whole idea of Valentine. People take advantage of every occasion. For example, African Cup of Nations award, you can see the paraphernalia. So anytime there is an event, people commercialize it. And they are the ones who promote that event. Into the two things that have happened I'm a Valentine, 𝗩𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗍, that is commercialization. And then, information which is now available everywhere. So people have all kinds of information. On Nama in the Valentine, ma Otson. Non-America there, I saw all the year and ye. I mean, so ye tune Yamankrofo Yimitia on Yankoponasam, on Yanoko. On Anya the man Yimitia on Yankoponasam Quadno Pakafa. On Intinay them one and number. Aban warrior on Fata. Nchonyi do banedam nya dam na Valentine or chase dembre yet say ashasno. This priest was secretly marrying people. It was about genuine marriage. It wasn't about having an affair outside. We have a responsibility to put out the right information, because whether we like it or not, there is so much information, and if we don't put out the right information, people will pick up the wrong information and use that wrong information to do all kinds of things which are unchristian.
But let's look at the common associations with the Valentine's Day. Baku red. Ubi wohonuma one to a dear red mechena ebedani asem. One ko anko to chocolate. U nimpo na chocolate uko talk to ebedani asem. Either say nipa no all nyena asem because they be not a family friend and not a family member. But if the person is a potential partner and a spouse to you, now ko to chocolate now and talk kesia mana ebedani asem. So the issue of taking me out, you have to take me out. It's vows. It's vows de uye me day. It's vows de unhuyana. And vows de unframe. How do we move away from this as Christians?
The question is, how do we express love? People express love in various ways. On and Auntie Julie or Trimini. For some people, love is expressed through gifts. Into Bia ono a pedal extra what does it trena a chasing of me there, it don't know. Getting a small gift will not be a problem. But beyond even the gift, no, you there akuma or ta them a chasing only it's a unia. In fact, love may be expressed through service. Oh, you may be or how much in the maid na madam. Love may be expressed in various ways. Here, you can chocolate, you brought flowers, roses. But it's very interesting. Let me tell you an interesting story.
Okay.
The bride was Mushiaze or Britain. We are attaching to various churches. Now, I can tell you if we can be attaching to church. Into where we are a sovereign, now sovereign region of one. Sorry, Jan Kwanen, Adza was the money, fresh flowers. I can see, Opi are sorry, but or shed that flowers who are so dim. I'm African, fresh flowers in the packet. I don't need it for anything. So the people didn't, and for these whites, it is from their hearts. If you not come in the worry, but she didn't appreciate it. In Timpembe Brainus, or the young Hinan Ebenazina May, ma Osimisi, the message Ramoda, in Paprono, Obobundi there, Modana. We must be able to identify that and then do it for a person. But in Prakona in Yumpa, Yanamuan, Nayer Koya being, would be the white in being Paprono, Odo. I am Valentine's Day, and love should not be expressed only on one day. But as I said, the day gives us the opportunity to express love in various ways. But beyond that day, we should continue to express love through gifts given, through service, through spending time. Love may be expressed through spending time with someone. In Sinyanankasa, a corner of Fada, Yesterday, yet shred dog, it should be away. Young Father Mopano. Now, I'm wondering if you're a Christian, you are working, you go to work at 8, you close at 5, you have to go to church because next Valentine's Day is also Ash Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is it feasible for you to go out with somebody you love? It's not feasible. Every time I walk out.
Maybe I pre-Valentine, Tuesday, Anna post.
The exigencies of the time. Yes, now, when someone can you?
May I say, maybe I bet me I am a pre-Valentine and I post Valentine. Into either on the 13th or on the 15th.
Whatever. If you are on a bad day, then a bad day no snow to mean that now and be pinched. No, that's another day. Let's do what would be for us, looking at our own situation and the situation of the people we find ourselves working with.
Okay. You suffer here that's about hobium. Now, Asafomaame.
Now, what Asafomaame has reminded me that there's a cultural thing to giving.
Okay.
If you give a guy, people might be. What the guy will value is not what a fancy will value.
That's it.
So the person you want to express your gift to, know the person and know the personality and know what the person values.
Okay.
Before you give, because me, dear, if you give me a card, I'm on WhatsApp. If you WhatsApp me, I won't respond because I want the personal touch.
What's up, mommy?
Yes, I want the person.
You don't want the card. You don't want the text message.
No.
So that brings us.
I want the task. I want to hear your voice. I hear your voice. If you remember I said grief, that if you are in trouble or something, I can see through your voice. Then I can help you. But just ask me, how are you? And I also say, how are you? I don't know what is happening in your life. So like I said, know the person. Know who you are dealing with and see what the person will value.
This is the action speaks louder. It speaks volume. So in the moment I hear from you, I'll be able to tell what exactly is happening.
Body language, I hear from you. That doesn't sound pleasant today.
Like now, the normal now you know.
Yeah, now what is happening? That is quality time. That is attention. That is care. So it's not only gifts, like Osofo said, but care, attention, just listening to the person. How are you today?
That's it.
It puts so many troubles away from the person. The person will know that somebody cares for me. So it depends on other ways of expressing. Let's say, give the cry. Oh, yeah, vanities of vanities.
Asafomaame. As I remember our next question. So, but we want to remind our viewers that today we are discussing the Christian and the Valentine's Day celebration. So, how would you celebrate your Valentine's Day on Wednesday? Do well to send us that answer on WhatsApp 02562534661, or you can send it to us through our Facebook channel, and we'll be here to also read out your comments. I want to know how you're going to celebrate yours, because mine will be in my church or in my society. So you realize that there are love languages when it comes to each person. Now this is Valentine's Day. As you said, you want the physical aspect of it. So that is your love language.
Quality time.
Quality time, that's your love language. How do we get to know each person, especially when it comes to the family setting? How do you know each person's love language and be able to fit in? Because for all you may know, you are in the same family with the person. The person is not able to, physically, you're not able to see the person's reaction, so you don't know what's happening to the person. But as you said, if you're able to speak to the person in a lovely way, the person will be able to open up to you. How do we get to know each person's love language and act accordingly?
Attention. You give the person attention.
Okay.
You give the person listening ear.
Okay.
So we are in a rush, too much in a rush that we don't even listen to.
In any times,
And see, at least if you want to show Valentine's Day as a special day, get time and listen to your spouse or your friend or your parents or your mother or your whatever. We don't have time. Even our children, we just throw them off.
That brings us to the fact that as parents, most of our parents don't even know what Valentine's Day. They just wake up and they don't even wish you happy Valentine's. But
that was we.
Okay.
Our time, that is it.
But our time, what should we do?
Your time, you let us know. Bring us up to your level.
Okay.
If you are there and I'm down, we will not blend.
Okay.
Mommy, this time there's something called Valentine's Day. The 14th February, this is it. This is it. Show love so that your mother or your father will also BBC now will be in tune with you.
With
so
what is happening?
So your thing, happy Valentine. Then the person will also, so your child is also teaching you.
Okay.
You are also learning from your child. So
what happens to parents who don't want to listen?
That is the thing we do when we throw our children off.
Okay.
We send them out.
Okay.
I was talking to mommy and she doesn't listen to me. So she'll go and talk to the 𝗬𝗵𝗏. Remember, this 𝗬𝗵𝗏 thing is not only at the highest level, right from.
Okay, so you're talking about the lesbianism and then the gayism and all that.
Yes.
Okay.
All this is, if you don't have attention at home, you don't have peace at home, you look for attention, comfort somewhere else. So parents, I'm taking this opportunity. Parents, have time for your children. Just listen to them. If you don't have time at the moment, they give me after supper, we'll talk. So at least the person knows you are interested in him or her. Don't throw your children away.
As a counselor, most kids or children between the ages of 5 and probably 10 years may not know what Valentine's Day is. As a counselor, teach us how to teach these children what the meaning of Valentine is without compromising the whole topic.
You just let them know that God is love.
Okay.
And He expects us to love each other in whatever setting, family, friends, school, whatever. But it has been set aside that 14th February is a day of expressing love. So you can even tell that if you want to express love to me today, be respectful. Don't let me shout at you. Do your homework. I mean, try with small things that they can identify with. And let them know that they are also, by that, they are showing you special love on Valentine's Day. And you can also promise them, if you do that, I just give you a pat on the day. Say, I mean,
or tomorrow when you're going to school, I'll buy you extra
gifts so that you give to your Valentine at school. I mean, then it means it's becoming a family thing.
Okay.
Now it's not only your child, it's not only you, but your child and his friends are all enjoying the love that God has. Going back to very Reverend what he said about the church, the church could plan even a short sermon or a short address on what love is. We have 4 types of love.
Okay. Asafomaame, let's go.
Unconditional love, that is the Jesus love. No condition. You don't give me credit before I call you.
No terms and conditions apply. Okay.
Then we have what we call the brotherly love, philia. That one, because you are my friend, you are my brother, we are colleagues, we love each other.
Okay.
Then we have the erotic love, that is the romance love.
Okay.
The one between the opposite sexes. Then we have stalking.
Not the single sex.
No.
This is the opposite sex.
Opposite sex. By God's standard.
By God's standard.
Not the world standard. Then we have stalking. Stalking love.
Okay.
Stalking love is the love between family members.
Okay.
So that if you are here
between
now,
me and my aunt, between me and my uncle.
Nah, because of that love.
Okay.
Ole mo po. See, because o kazi e ke bu akesi, la we mami kazi ko egbu e, o ya wala ya na. Because of the family love that is linking you.
Okay. Reverend.
Hello.
Yes. So, Mommy Akache and what the mothers should do in the home in terms of telling the kids or showing love to the kids. As men, how do we go about it? Because it is always said that it's very difficult for a man to show love. Especially, maybe they feel too vulnerable to do it. Is it true? Is that even true that men do not want to show love? And if they want to do it, how do they do it? Without being vulnerable, without feeling vulnerable?
I'm not too sure whether that statement is true, that it's difficult for men to show love. You know that naturally, because women breastfeed the children right from the word go, they are very much attached to the children right from the beginning. And so the bond between children and their mothers is always, it's from the bond that began very early when they had to be breastfed, and then it continues. Now, men also want to show love. Sometimes they do so by provision. And we know that love may be shown also through providing, giving gifts, and so on and so forth. But when the perception is that love must be shown in this particular way, that is why sometimes the children don't appreciate the love that the men are shown. They are trying to show love in a particular way, making sure that you are well cared for. Everything you need, you get it. And it's also showing of love. Unfortunately, the world is telling them that no, that is not a show of love. And therefore, some children, not all children, don't appreciate that as love. There's an interesting story, I think it's from Nigeria, where this young lady asked the mother for something. And he asked the father for an amount of money to get something, let's say 50,000 naira. And then the man says that, well, I'm a bit hard up, so I'll give you 40,000. Gave this 40,000 to the young lady, and the young lady frowned her face and reluctantly said, thank you. Then later the mother gave the 10,000 to her, and come and see how this young lady is applauding the mother and so on and so forth. And meanwhile, the 40,000 that the man had given, that was all the money he had on him. So sometimes we also teach the children to distinguish between the love that is being shown their father and the love that is being shown by their mother. So they don't seem to appreciate that love which is being shown by their father. It's not the case that fathers don't love their children. Again, one of the things that make children think that fathers don't love them is when it comes to discipline. Inti abofra ne ye bon wo fia na yemfrend de maame ne no ho na abofra na yabo. Maame ne betia abofra ne ontia abofra ne. I will try na o papa ba ebohu. Inti papa ne be na wa ka akere. Na papa nzu hu there I'm the punisher. Inti immediately na wa ati abofra. But punishment works when there is a correlation, there is a connection between the offense and the punishment. So when the father is punishing, the child doesn't know why the father is punishing. So the father is wicked. If the mother had punished, immediately the child did it. The connection between what the child did and the punishment is made. And because of that, my father doesn't like me. And so some part of the problem is created by mothers.
Okay.
When they leave discipline only to fathers. And the fathers unreasonably also punish without even letting the child know why I am punishing you. So the connection is made into the child thinks that my father hates me. And my mother, me upon and mammy and Siam, papa na already so I'm so why bet Siam piano when I journey there in Pehonasa. Inti in na no de yabum na yet sense that means the main ama obie hun there. Eja or the toughness or the treadle. And in fact, one thing about love is that love is tough. I think 𝗩𝗵𝗿𝗶𝗀𝗀 has written a book, Love Must Be Tough. Unfortunately, sometimes from the mother's side, love is not tough.
Osabo, can you explain the toughness for us?
What I say?
But you bet me I explain it toughness now, my.
Toughness in trade model. Inti ekumen model inti meritian.
Okay.
But for many people, the moment I discipline you, I don't love you. And that is where the problem comes. But I love you, and it's because I love you. That is why I'm disciplining you. And in actual fact, even though you may not appreciate the discipline now, far later in your life, you'll begin to appreciate it. But many of us talk about the way our parents, and especially our fathers, disciplined us. We didn't like it then. But in the year when they loved us so much that they disciplined us. Inti yetrede odo onu kwetsin de biari obonunum pa no, that is not love. That is not the nature of God's love. Because God loves us. In the Bible crack the even a jan or done ba ontian. Inti do ba e betian. Unam pembe no ya ye jantian no yetema e janumunko. Inti omambofra no wan adwen de won maame no mpon asam won papa no mempe hon asam. Na oyaja over there ifiefu nyina ye hweniye. It brings a lot of challenges into marriages and families.
Yo, Doc, that's it. A baby phone lines no ama afepo no muso to me a friend 0256253461. And I discuss the Christian and Valentine's Day. How do you intend celebrating your Valentine's Day on Wednesday? It's just a few days from today. So tell us how you want to spend it. And of course, how do you show love to your family? How do you show love to your kids? How do you show love to your loved ones? Asafomaame.
Yes, ma'am.
As a counselor, train up a child in a way he should go so that when he grows, he won't depart from it. How do we do that in the process of showing love to our kids?
Like, also very kind. If your child does something, is on the wrong path, you correct him. Correction, on discipline.
Okay.
Now you discipline because you want to teach the person the better thing. What the person did was the wrong thing.
Okay.
And that's why you are disciplined. But if you hadn't told the person, this that you did is wrong. And that's why...
Like my example.
And I'm coming. And that's why I'm punishing you. Like, maybe you came from work and your wife told me, oh, I sent Aku. She didn't go.
Okay. Because
you are in quotes. Then you drag your belt. Aku, bo. You didn't even tell Aku why you are beating her. You haven't taught her anything.
Oh.
For all she knows, you are a wicked man. But if you want to train Aku, Aku, why did your mother send you and you didn't go? And because of that, I'm going to punish you.
Must you wait for the child to give you the reason? Because it is always said, "Ke ulupa iwiye." So should you wait for the child to give you an answer to the question?
No.
Why didn't you go?
You should.
Oh.
Because you want to correct her.
In this era, we should. But
in
the olden era.
No, that's a new trend.
Okay.
Now, like I told you, our children should be our friends.
Okay.
Maybe now she'll tell you, oh, that time I was feeling tired
we have a caller. So let's. Hello, good morning, fireman.
Sabo, asunjenka obiemo.
Asunjenka, and then yes, upon the tehano, mina mitehano.
Why?
Your friend me miss na, mina mitehe, and then mina mitehe.
Me miss na. Na me chana data no call.
Me pacho you, also.
Yeah, kakra me pete mechanic, me dan yes. Yeah, after we bad day no, I as when it is. Because I'm the tall man can buy on the boy a kappa. Because it's too bad day and manufacturing a movie.
How do you intend? How's the nobody saying?
What do you mean to say?
Catch me.
Yeah, I bet to me. Yeah, as Wednesday.
In the wood of the passer.
Sorry. Sorry,
Fireman, yeah, that's it. Fireman, that's it. Into also best whole pastor and answer will be PR. Patch of my soon 025 625 3461. Someone is running away from spending money.
It's good for us. It's good for us. But it is the whole day. So even after.
No, but the person can still do post or pre.
And that's what I'm saying. That even
after. Hello, Reverend. Good morning. Reverend, good morning.
Good morning. But I'm not saying.
Yamina do mo na also eh.
And what when why? Yeah, the radiasi ni amokani ene. The radiasi pa na said your first call nika ya no or say o the radiasi say Valentine Day no abe any action is in our bishia. For me you know. Me didn't too but o my say any na mo ye. Me say me fa akonya yisu echia Reverend Dr. 𝗩𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗏.
𝗩𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗏.
Na said ya me medi ni Thursday no ewo ma sorry ni say nyame adoma anopapa 6 o'clock 6 to 7 no ya be Ash Wednesday no
okay
na enumre no mebunu ni amomo wokuru no mu nyina no not Methodist fonko a ba mebunu a wokuru no mu nyina Duasi township nyina no yisia e wa sorry dem ho na ya ye tse ya ye papa kan ye no ya ye odon chire said be ya betumi aboa wo na setre mu so far as love is concerned.
Remember Pacho Society Bay.
Pacho
Society Bay.
Calvary Methodist Church, Duasi.
Okay.
Duasi Konongo Circuit. In the Sunday area. In Tanopano, a year Wednesday now, then no, Yababe Wednesday in the church. It's actually Valentine in Ashes. So
wow.
We do it.
Okay, that's great. That's being creative. Tell us what your church would also be doing when you call us 025 Maybe Ubia Obe free Gethsemane Methodist Church. My probably South Circuit of Bekachenia Church in the so that we also know that we have to go to church. So whether you like it or not, it's a beautiful Valentine's Day, but you have to go to church, whether you like it or not. As a Christian, you have to go to church.
As I was saying that,
yes,
our children should be our friends. Yeah. So when you find out from her, and there's a genuine reason, you will explain to her. Next time, don't do that. Or just tell mommy, oh mommy, it's because of this.
What na caller? Hello, Hannah.
Hello, ma.
Yes, free 𝗩𝗶𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗏.
Yeah, my morning we see for you now.
Yeah, that's it, pa.
Christ.
Yeah, this shit.
No discussions, no questions. Educative papa.
Yeah, that's it.
Now, me will send me a papa or can I am a crack. Adra me ye this year, but me akwala ya me need to. So me papa edge na muhu sɛ bɛma me gyina hɔ a ɔno so n'adwene wɔ no bi nti ɛma no nyinaa yɛnhu sɛ papa no ɛdɔn ɛsen maame yɛnhu so sɛ maame no ɛdɔn ɛsen papa no yɛnhu sɛ ɔmo nyinaa na ɛbɔ mu training na ɛndɛ ayɛ yɛ mfasoɔ papaapa nti yɛda mo ase wɔ mo discussions no pɛ ɛnam afidie so na nkwalaa no nyinaa nso bɛhu sɛ edwuma no ɛnyɛ papa anaa maame nko a na ɔyɛ yɛbɔ mo a
ma yɛda ase paa also betumi afrɛ 0256253461 0256253461
so the thing about training is that disciplining tell the person what he or she did that was wrong and then sometimes it's not even necessary that you discipline tell him this is right not right next time do it this way and two if it was to be disciplined we have something in our home whoever is there and that offense was committed, you discipline the person. Don't wait for me. Discipline has not been assigned to any person. Whoever is there, like now, you said you didn't go. The mother, if there's any punishment, the mother give it. And tell her, explain to her. Because if you don't explain to her, next time she will do it again.
Asafomaame, who say no, they remember who now also watch but Victoria, good morning, what friend? That's it.
Miss now, how finding your Juba?
How finding you who are rumor?
𝗓𝗵𝗿𝗍, Mrs. Akushie. I told me Victoria.
Oh, okay.
Miss Station near Banny, Danny, German uncle. You are joining, can you not find out nature? Miss Station near Banny, or Quarcoo could be any long walk. Mrs. Akushie, in my meaning, can a big drive estate.
Oh, okay. Oh, I know you.
Edwin. You are Joe, you are Joe. Amen.
Amen. Reverend, you wanted to say something?
Hello.
Yes. I realize you're nodding.
Well, talking about, I was excited about Osofo who called and the name he had given to the program we are having, Valentine in Ashes.
Yes.
And that is what is happening today. If you get a very catchy name, you can get a young people attending. And I'm so enthused about
it. Good morning, Kwesi.
Good morning, Antina.
Yes.
This week 𝗓𝗵𝗿𝗀𝗃.
This week Kakra.
I hope we are classifying.
Nyamiadum.
Okay. So on Val's Day, I mean,
what do you want to do?
For us, it's very important.
Okay.
It's very, very important as believers that we celebrate, right? But also, I agree with our Asafomaame that we shouldn't overly emphasize on giving as a way of showing love. I mean, there are other ways. Yeah, if they are doing, say giving is the way we get the better or don't. Let us repent. Also, Rebecca said, repent. Let us repent. Let us change our minds.
How do you intend spending the vows?
Express ourselves in other ways and yet giving it. And then not of my make can be about knowing the person, especially calling the person. I don't know. I mean, there are other ways. In fact, on WhatsApp right now, people can actually tell based on the text. Say if the person is in a good mood or a sad mood or a bad mood. I mean, if I've been texting with you for a very long time, when I ask you how are you, and then you text a certain way, I can tell that this person there is something wrong and follow up with a call.
Okay.
So it all comes down to knowing the person you are
dealing with.
Having a conversation with.
Lastly,
from my
answer number last week. Maybe South say, how do you intend spending your Valentine's Day?
Oh, me sorry, as Sunday.
Hey, I sorry when I'm
Me Ebenezer Methodist. In fact, it's shifted from Wednesday to Friday. So on the Friday, we have a very powerful program called Songs of Solomon. That is what we do.
That's it. Mumu ye post Valentine. Mumu pre on the day. Ana pre. Mumu de mumu ye post Valentine.
So it's post. I mean, it's something we do. So on the vows day.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
So we always do it on a Friday or on a Saturday, and it's called Songs of Solomon. It's a very nice program. And we invite everyone. We take the opportunity to invite everyone.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, baby, I am. I have baby. Kwezina, who last week, Albeka?
Oh, in fact.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. You also, so Patrona or can be and a Kwesi friend.
Yes, na me kase also for our free Konongo area on the program ne diam the atoso. These days, those are the things the young people are looking out for. Into how catchy you give the program, the title you give to the program on Obama young people no Abba. And I think that I'll applaud him for this. For Valentine in Ashes. Now, if you so now, the Friday, you had there, Asafomaame, so obey BP. Robert Chintoma, one some, one crumina, abuano. Now, why in tre, ma, what's young with dog, I see ye, see other masses.
Sapo Yadase, Hammond, oh, free and new Aplaku, good morning. Hello, Hammond, good morning.
Good morning,
Yes, it's the same.
𝗵𝗵𝗏 also.
𝗵𝗵𝗏. How do you intend spending your vows day?
Hey, I don't know what to say. Anita,
But so catch me.
Na, Juliana, so you call Asafomaame.
Okay. Oh, sorry, what he found?
Oh, better matter this church. New Quarcoo.
You, yate. Now, more than apart from Ash Wednesday, Mooney Valentine's Day program be a.
Oh, okay. So on the Sunday after Vows Day, the young people will be organizing Take Me to the Altar.
Wow.
Discussion on relationship and marriage.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
but you wanted to say something.
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling. Osafo, before we go, please give us your final comments on what we have discussed concerning the Christian and Valentine's Day.
Enyanum na dofo ye de nyame ase the ozigen kwache hen no amada membre so atu hen bio. Vows Day ye tread domain na yanka the obi sikan do hen. Na ekwana offer the do hen. The man order hen so ye do hen on ko. Inti them Vows Day are already them bring ya missy or do hen. If you're there in Henneston, you between Yatra the Modono, what a Mokano Dara, Atra and Woko. It's Miss Trayame, Nadum the Nishra, Mazima, Upiara, there. Ihans Yabetsinya McDonasi. At the other side of the coin is how we receive God's love.
Okay.
In fact, Yami Atra Dog Dame. And so I think that Vows Day is also an opportunity to reach out to the people who have not as yet responded to God's love. Then I mean, actually, now either what done with each was let's take the opportunity to tell people that God loves them, and then God is looking up to them to respond to His love. It will be an opportunity for people to come and embrace the love of God. Let's be representatives of Christ wherever we are. God bless you.
God bless you, Reverend. Thank you so much. Asafomaame. Before we go, your final comment on this.
It's loving to be loved. You don't need to be loved. You also need to love.
Okay.
So you receive and you give.
Okay.
Bible says, by their fruits you shall know them. So whatever lovely things you do will bring people, one to Christ and one to yourself. There are people out there who need us to love them. You don't have to limit yourself to your household. You don't have to limit it to your family. Go out there. There are orphans there. There are widows there. There are people who are hopeless. They are looking for just a word of comfort. Jesus loves you will make their day, and then your Valentine will be a purposeful Valentine. Have a happy Valentine
in advance. Thank you very much. So you heard from the very Reverend Dr. John Abedukwashi, who is the Director for Religious Affairs for the Methodist Church Ghana, and Asafomaame Juliana Akushie, licensed family life counselor and grief therapist. Next time we are going to discuss the grief therapist issue because yes. Yes, so my name is Miss Na. Thank you so much for joining us and for staying with us. Your comments were well appreciated. 𝗩𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗀 says, now I'm watching you from Germany. So all those watching us from North America and from Germany, from any part of the outside this world, we say thank you. And Nana Benyinafo says, Christ in tea, hope everyone is doing well. Thank you for the good work. God bless you. We appreciate all your comments. Agro is next to do stay.